Okay, okay. So if you've seen my video where I talked about the whole story about the Freemasons in Kenya and all that, like the true story of the Freemasons, well then you're probably either going to love this video or hate it. And chances are, if you're a Christian, specifically a Catholic, you will definitely hate me after this. And what is it? It is about the Illuminati. And oh Lord, I am blaming every single news outlet inside Kenya and every single person in Facebook who pushes this propaganda about the Illuminati, because they have single-handedly made one of the largest, I think not even one of, the largest misinformation plot in Kenya's history. The Illuminati. And today I'm going to tell you every single truth that I found about the Illuminati and why people are afraid of it and the whole situation. And the first thing that I'm going to tell you is that the Illuminati don't exist. Why? Because the Illuminati was banned in 1785. That's like 240 years ago. It was banned in 1785 and it was started in around 1776 or something. It's around that period of time, and it was started in a region in Germany called Bavaria. And that's another misinformation. The Illuminati have only been in that region in Bavaria ever since they were started. And they didn't even last, I think they only lasted like around 10 years, and then they were banned by the Catholic Church in that area, and the members were persecuted and killed and arrested and all that. Yeah, that is the original Illuminati. And another misinformation plot, another thing that I have to tell you guys, and Catholics, you will hate me after this. The first leader of the Illuminati was a Catholic, not just Christian, a Roman Catholic. The first, heck, I think the majority of the first people in the Illuminati were Catholics. Okay, basically, the whole concept of Illuminati comes from the word to illuminate, right? And this were a group of people like the Freemasons. Remember, the Freemasons were a group of builders and all that. Now, the Illuminati was a group of thinkers and a lot of people, and it started in a university in Bavaria, Germany. So yeah, it started in a university. It was a group of philosophers and thinkers and all that who decided to form their own secret society. You know why? Because they were inspired by the Freemasons. The way the Freemasons organized themselves and then decided to enlighten each other in tactics of building and construction and all that. Not only that, in also day-to-day lives and also managing their lives and the whole sense of community. This is literally what the Illuminati was. The whole sense of community, blah, 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 and all that. But then, also when they were forming, they had this idea, right? They noticed, since all of them were Catholics, right? They did notice one thing. The Catholic Church inside that area in Bavaria, they had a lot of political power in the runnings of the area, right? Now, these people, the Illuminati, they hated this. You know why? Because they realized that a lot of Catholic things that the Catholic Church, right? They were repressing anything that would go against Christianity and anything, especially with the Catholic Church. And remember, there are a lot of denominations of Christianity, which also means they were mostly looking down on these other Christianity denominations and all that. Just basically making the Catholic Church paramount, right? Now they realized for a state to function better, it would have to be away from Christianity, because Christianity, it was tampering with actual normal running of a state. So they were proposing for the state to be run away from Christianity. Like they wanted the state to be independent and not go towards one religion completely. You get? And this is literally the Illuminati. This is basically what they wanted. And then another thing, none of these symbols that people talk about the Illuminati, goat, the all-seeing eye, the pyramids, yeah, that they had nothing to all that. Heck, let me give you one statement, just one statement. The all-seeing eye, right? The all-seeing eye is much more closer to Christianity than it is to even the Freemasons or even the Illuminati. because the Illuminati never used the all-seeing eye. They never used the pyramids. They don't even know who Baphomet is. They don't even know who that whole concept of a goat. They don't. That is something that was added later on by conspiracy theorists and all that. We'll get to that later. Okay, so now, these people, inspired by the Freemasons, philosophers, they have their own ideologies and they decide to they decide to create their own secret society, and they're pushing for independence of ruling inside that area in Germany, right? And the Catholic Church hates this. You know why? Because it's undermining their rule, and everybody knows when you undermine the rule of somebody, they are going to look for ways to take you up. So what do? In around 1785, the Bavarian government, they decide to ban I think they banned all secret societies, which included the Freemasons and the Illuminati. And remember, by that time, the Illuminati was only in that region. So after they were banned, the members of the Illuminati, they were arrested. Some of them were killed, some of them were executed, and blah, blah, blah. And the Catholic Church said, they twisted this narrative, and they said that this secret organization, they wanted to take out religion completely. Remember, they were trying to take out religion in the running of a government, because a government has to be independent and not lie on one side like most religions do, like every religion does. So they didn't want that to happen. They wanted the government to run independently, but the Catholic Church, they decided to twist this narrative and put it like they were trying to overthrow the government, and they're trying to destroy the Christianity. That's basically why they were arrested and they were destroyed and persecuted. Now, the way people come and look at the Illuminati of late is something that I'm pretty sure as Kenyans we can relate. So it's the French Revolution, and during this French Revolution, a lot of nobles team up with a certain priest, and then they start spreading around rumors that this whole French Revolution was started by some criminals, specifically the Illuminati. They decided to use this Illuminati thing because, remember, back then they said the Illuminati wanted to take out the government. The French Revolution was about taking the nobles and the people in the government out of government. So they were trying to do that, and you see where it's going. And this has actually been a play that has been used very recently inside Kenya. Remember on June 25th, when Ruto said, after they killed a lot of people, right? Ruto said that this whole protest was infiltrated by criminals. You get? And similarly, the French Revolution was also infiltrated by criminals. Well, that's because the nobles, they killed a lot of normal people, and they said that these people were part of the criminals who wanted to overthrow the government. See what I'm going there? See where I'm going with this? So now, after the French Revolution, a lot of governments start collapsing, and almost every single time when somebody is killed, when people are killed during riots, the Illuminati is brought up. And this gives people an idea that there is an organization that is running all of these things. And then it later on becomes a conspiracy theory. A lot of people end up believing it. And then the worst thing happens, Facebook comes around. Facebook which does not censor false claims and everything. Everything is out there. And the worst thing imaginable, it ends up coming into Kenya. And now every single parent, whenever they hear the word Illuminati, they bring out a Bible or a cross. Basically, the Illuminati was just a secret organization that wanted the independence of the state. And the funny thing, these people advocated for free speech even before the whole story of democracy came into the world. That's the funny thing. And you know what? I blame the government. I blame news outlets, I blame social media, I blame Facebook especially Facebook, because that is the thing that has destroyed this whole entire situation. And another thing you need to remember, the Illuminati has not been revived. It was just that. It died in 1785. All these others are just rumors. So ukisikia mtu anakuambia ati ujoin Illuminati, yeah, that's a lie. That is a straight up lie. That is a very big lie. And yeah, if you're going to hate me, but I'm telling the truth. And they were just a secret organization that were that wanted the independence of the state and free speech. The problem is the independence that they wanted, the state did not want to give them independence, so they labeled them as criminals and traitors and enemies of Christianity and what we have today. Yeah, that is exactly how the government. That's exactly how the government decided to play the whole situation with the Illuminati, and they still use their names in vain to date. So yeah, I'm just throwing this over here to see what the reactions will be.